First of all, it is hot as a motherfucker in this room. So if you see my pores opening up and sweat follicles starting to drip down, that's your explanation. Which, that's a word I learned. I learned about pores because I watched Zoolander. But enough about that. Back to the main topic of discussion. Battlefield 6 released the other day. It was a very big release, had like 750,000 on Steam. Why didn't you just say the number? Because I didn't want to say the number. But yeah, so pretty big release. And I guess I just want to talk about my overall thoughts about it. Let's get stuff out of the way that I don't truly care about. The campaign. Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's just a modern war campaign, ooh, political corruption, ooh, the enemy's invading, that sort of stuff. It's not going to blow you away. A thing I like about it is you can offload it, so it doesn't take part of the storage. Don't know if that's a normal thing that games do, but that one doesn't. I thought, neat. Thing I don't like about it is you have to be connected to a server to play the single player campaign, and I just don't understand why you would have to do that. Because it's one of the stupidest things in gaming where you have to have a connection to play the single player that has no multiplayer or online component. I just hate when they do that. Okay, important thing. We're going to talk about the multiplayer and the gameplay. Gameplay, I think, is very good. I think it's a very solid game. Ground, not that fast, but not too fast. Just in the right middle zone. Gunplay feels good. Everyone always says gunplay, but that doesn't really give you an idea of what it is. But I don't know. Guns feel realistic. That's my definition of it. What else about the multiplayer? Oh, well, all the gameplay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm searching for good things about this game. I like the game mode types. This is rough, gentlemen. You have to understand this is my first Battlefield game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm slightly disappointed by it. It's a decent game. Trust me. It's a fun and decent game, but I feel like it's lacking in so much areas when you could have just. Well, yeah, I feel like more focus should have been put on the multiplayer. Like, honestly, get rid of the single player. I don't think anyone cares about the campaign, and if you do, my apologies. But even then, if they were to just focus on giving more content at the start, it would still feel so. I don't know how to describe it. One of my biggest issues with this game is the maps. The maps, I don't know, they're boring. I don't know about you, but I came into this expecting some maps I would go, whoa, this map's so cool, I remember this map, but I felt like there was 4 maps and there's actually 9 or something, and it's just, I don't know where that number came from, because I could have sworn that I've had 20 hours in the game so far, and it's I feel I haven't experienced or, well, remembered, which is obviously what happened, half of those maps. They're just so plain. Like, buildings in a building area. I don't know, you go to some Egypt places. I think some Greece. I don't really know, but they all feel very samey. And another thing is they're all very tight cornered. I've seen that discussion a bit, that they're all, oh well, I can't say, but they're a lot less open than the old Battlefield games. And I can just tell you that someone who hasn't played that, I do feel the maps are a little tight in terms of size as well. They feel quite small. When I first, and you can say I'm wrong, because I was on the hype train. I didn't look too much into it. But when I played, or when I thought I was going to get into, is sort of like a big war feeling thing. Like, wow, I'm contributing to the battle. But it's just holding points and whatnot. You're not trying to capture this point for a specific reason, and in game modes, that's totally fine. But there's just nothing for more cinematic, you're not running into this place to capture this objective, which then lets you go do this other objective, It's, I'm not describing it well. I'm asking for a more complicated thing. Capture this objective to get the tanks to fire down the big wall so we can get in there or something. You know, I want to feel like we're part of a battle, but it just feels like we're just mindlessly shooting each other, which you can debate. Logan, that's what war is meant to be. War is meant to be a shooty shoot, no fun time moment. But I was just thinking, it's a bit boring running in and shooting people. Like, it's fun for a couple of hours, but then I feel like you need a reason to keep shooting those people other than, I just want to shoot someone. And obviously that's not going to be a problem for a lot of people, but I feel like they could have done better there. Pick me up. Pick me up off the ground. Stop running into battle. I am in a safe position. Pick me up, please. If you see me on the ground in Battlefield, please pick me up. I don't know. That's about all about I had. That's about all I had to say about it. It's a bit rough. I'm a bit disappointed. I'm gonna have to give it like a, I don't know, 6 or 7. I don't bring that into this household. I know what you're thinking, or you could be thinking. Do not bring that into this household. Thank you, and goodbye.